TSF Entertainment.
Yo, and welcome back to TSF Entertainment. This time we are bringing you Raising Kanan episode 4 exclusive picks and predictions. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. The name of the episode is The Way We Were, and the synopsis says Unique forms an unlikely alliance in his vendetta against Rock while she inches closer to a new drug enterprise. Kanan takes advice from Snaps and Pop, and Jukebox new friendship leads to a violent encounter. So here we have Mama Joyce and Rock. After Mama Joyce broke the news that she had cancer, Rock didn't take it that well and stormed out of the dinner. So in this scene here, thinking that Rock will talk to her mom and ask her why didn't she tell her? Why did she keep it a secret from the family? And why was Kanan the only one to know about it? It also could be quite possible that we finally get a backstory on why Rock and her mom have such a terminless bad relationship with one another. Here we have Crystal, Kanan, and Jukebox, and from the looks of it, they are in Kanan and Crystal's new apartment. Also, doing this, we get a scene between Jukebox and Crystal one on one. And I'm thinking here that during this convo, they'll discuss what happened between one another, along with the stuff that happened with Butter. And ultimately, they'll just decide to put everything from their past aside and move forward. Here we have Lou at Cafe Vu, and we are getting introduced to a new character who goes by the name of Imani Okate. Imani is the A&R for Low Street Records, and she will also be Lou's love interest this season. Here in this scene right here, we have Imani again along with Lou and Lowell. And from the looks of it, looks like they are at Lowell's office at Low Street Records. So here I'm thinking they're quite possibly discussing new talent for the record label. As we know, Imani is an A&R, Lou's a producer, and they're also quite possibly discussing how to market and how to push B Rilla's career going forward. Here we have Rock and Eshak High B. I believe this right here is another new character. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Um, there's not much to go off from this scene right here. I think it's quite possible maybe he works for Joaquin, or we could be getting introduced to another new character, as we know based off the synopsis that Rock is trying to build a new drug enterprise. Here we have Marvin and Juke at their home, and from the looks of it, looks like Juke is holding an ice pack on her head, which I'm sure Marv asked exactly what happened. Based off the synopsis, Juke New's friendship with Mora leads into a violent encounter. So I believe this is the scene after that encounter. Now, is the encounter with Mara? I don't believe so, but I do believe that it has something to do with Mara as to why she got into a violent encounter. Here we have Rock and Marvin sitting down at a restaurant. Now, the major question is, who are they meeting with? Could it quite possibly be Stefano? That's quite possible. Or, as I stated earlier, it could be a new character. In the synopsis, it said that Rock is now trying to build a new drug enterprise. And in this scene right here, Rock and Marv say there is no longer a need for a middleman and they want a direct link. And Rock says that she is the one who wants to be the distro. Here we have Kanan, who is now sitting down with Snaps and Pop. Since Rock is all dried up with no work, Kanan goes to Snaps and Pops to get some more work so that he can get some more money, probably until Rock is able to establish that connection to get him more work. However, I believe that in this scene here is where Snaps and Pops will try to convince Kanan that he no longer needs to work with his mom. He needs to get out from under her shadow. And he needs to become his own man. Here we have Lou and Amani once again. Looks like here they are in the studio. So I'm sure this scene here, they are in the studio working with B Rilla or quite possibly another artist. Here we have Early Tyler and Marvin. As we saw on the last episode, Marvin goes to him and asks him, has he heard anything about the shooting at the Golden Pavilion? So it's quite possibly that he's going to Tyler again to get some more info or what's going on in the streets. Could be possible also as well that now they have heard about the unaliving of their attorney, Andre Barnes. So he goes to Tyler if he knows anything about it or if he's heard anything on the streets about who was the one who took out Andre. Here we have Unique and Early Tyler. In this scene here, he tells Tyler he believes it's time for him to show his face and take back his crown. As we've seen from the last couple of episodes, Tyler has been telling him to stay in the shadows. So I'm thinking here again, he's going to try to persuade Unique to stay in the shadows as he is being too hot and drawing too much attention with the stuff that he's doing out there in the streets to try to get back at Rock. Here in this scene, we have Stefano and Giorgio. Now, from the look on their faces, somebody is paying them a visit. Could it be Kanan looking for more work? Could it be Unique, as he stated, he's now showing his face to take his crown back? But I believe in this scene that it's quite possibly the feds, since he is still under surveillance. And they come to him and ask him about the untimely death of Rock's attorney, Andre Barnes, if he had anything to do with it or if he has any information on it. Here we have Rock at her home, and she is meeting with Detective O'Leary and Detective Walton. And I think this is the scene where Rock will finally find out about the death of Andre Barnes. In episode 2, Andre told Rock that the feds were willing to make a deal with her if she gave them any info on Stefano, as they had pictures of her being with Stefano along with Mar. So I think the detectives here will once again try to give her an offer to snitch on Stefano, and she gets to walk free, which we know Rock won't do. And that's it. From those pictures that you just saw, you let us know what you think down in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe.